Well, hello there. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Yeah, you right. Today is Wednesday, May 13th, 2020. And welcome to Season 3, Episode 4 of RTHD, Road to Happy Destiny. I am Coach Bear, coming to you from Casa 15 Hundo in Metairie, Louisiana, in the 504, in the Who Dat Nation. Man, what another glorious day we have outside. Just went for a beautiful walk. Beautiful weather out there. I'm soaking it in every day. You don't know how long it's going to last, but you know what? Worry about today, right? Worry about today. And today it's beautiful right now. I just gave it another glance out there, and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm excited about today's show. Looking forward to it. Hope you are as well. Let's get started with a quick prayer. Here we go from my handy dandy notebook, my RTHD notebook. I pray that I may choose the right. Think about that. I pray that I may hold no resentments. That's especially for me after yesterday's episode, right? Talked about resentments in the Into Action segment. I pray that I may not judge other people. And you'll see some of the things in today's has a little bit to do with that as well. So that is our prayer for today. And I'm ready to jump into our thoughts. Today, I have 3 thoughts for you. The first one comes from my cousin Scott in Walker, Louisiana. And the next 2 come from my cousin Jeb in Lafayette, Louisiana. So here we go with thoughts for today. First one, your life is a result of the choices you make. If you don't like your life, it is time to start making better choices. Boy, that really resonates with me. I can really look into that statement right there, into that thought, and apply it to myself. And so that's what I'm trying to do. That's why I'm trying this Road to Happy Destiny, as I'm calling it, and trying to live a better life, become a better version of myself, one day at a time, each and every day, winning each and every day. So thank you, Scott, for that thought. Thought number 2. When a deep injury is done to us, we never recover until we forgive. Wow, that thought hit home as I reflected upon yesterday's episode of RTHD and some of the things that I discussed with you all out there in that episode. And I've got to look back, at some things to where I really want to recover from some things so that I can truly forgive. And it's a difficult concept, not only to grasp, but also, at least for me, to practice. So that thought really is helpful for me. And thought 3, again, these last 2 are from Jeb in Lafayette. Life is a long lesson in humility. And, we talk about humility often in this Road to Happy Destiny. And a lot of times I'll say, humility is not thinking less of yourself, but it's trying to better yourself and how you can better serve others. But I ran across this thought this morning at a morning meeting in regards to humility, and it just ties in with that last thought for today's episode. Humility, which basically amounts to a clear recognition of who and what we really are, followed by a sincere attempt to become what we would be. I'm spending a lot of time right now trying to figure out just that. Who I really am and what I really am at this time. Compare it to who and what I was in the past, whether it's recent past, middle past, far past, and who I really want to become. And this show is helping me out in leaps and bounds on this path, because it reminds me as I say it to practice it, all these things that I read and expand upon and share with you all. So great thoughts for today. Hope you got something out of those. All right, quick reflection and quick meditation from the 24 Hours a Day book. Okay, reflection. The easier, softer way may appear to be not taking the opportunity to face who I am. Okay? Not taking that opportunity because it's difficult, right? It might be the easier, softer way to have to face, the opportunity of who I am, right? Sorry, I couldn't find it right away. But it's not necessarily. That's not necessarily the easier, softer way. I'll speak for me. When I look in the mirror and I feel like I have things I have to face, it might seem an easier, softer way not to face those things, right? Let's just put it to the side for now. Let's get to it. And that actually isn't the easier, softer way for me, because that's unresolved issues that I'm carrying with me as I come into, every day is a new challenge, right? So into new situations, circumstances, issues, whatever the case may be. So, sometimes for me, what looks like the easier, softer way, in reality is not. So that's why I like that reflection this morning. Now, for the meditation. Try never to judge. That was in the prayer this morning. It is impossible to know the different circumstances that make up someone's personality, right? So if I am sitting back and I am looking at another person or a group of people, and I want to be quick to judge them for whatever reason, because I guess it's in our human nature, that people tend to do that. I'll speak for me, that I may tend to do that, right? But I don't know the situations or the circumstances, what a person's been through. I've talked about this before, and I'll talk about it again, because I can be empathetic, okay? But when you talk about people that are battling addictions, whether it's to drugs, whether it's to alcohol, okay? And let's say I look at those people, or someone looks at me having gone through struggles, right? It's easy to judge, but unless you really know why, then how can you judge? People are made up of situations that have occurred throughout the course of their life, and who am I to judge? I've got my skeletons in my closet, if you want to use that phrase. I have the demons that I have to deal with, if you want to use that phrase. But, the bottom line is, it's not for me or anybody to judge other people. And I like that reflection because, I really don't want people to judge me. I want people to say and look at me right now and say, this guy's trying. That's okay, well, that's a judgment, coach. Yeah, but I think it's obvious that I'm trying, because this is not all I do, is just do a video a day and I don't practice what I'm talking about here on the show. That's false. This is a daily, consistent reminder for me on how I want to be and who I want to be and what I want to become. And you might say, oh, I knew that guy 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Man, he hasn't changed. You haven't been with me lately then. You just haven't. Because life is about growth, and I feel like I'm growing. I hope you're growing as well. We all want to grow. Okay, and we're going to talk about, in the advice to self portion of the day, something very related to that. So all of the things I shared with you this morning, from prayer to thoughts to reflection to meditation really rings true in my world. And I hope it had some meaning for you this morning. Now, let's do it. Let's go for that ride. We riding? Well, I'm with you, homie. Let's dive into action. And for those that were worried yesterday, I did fall on purpose. I dove on purpose. Thought it would be a fun part to the show. So let's go into action for today. Grab your handy dandy into action notebook, your favorite writing utensil. Let's open up to a brand spanking new page. And let's get started with our 3 columns for today, which are 1, gratitude. What are you grateful for today? 2, choices. What choices can you make that can benefit you and others, that you can put into action today? Okay, we all have freedom to choose, right? What choices that are positive that you can make today? And 3, who and what I am versus who and what I want to be. So who and what are you right now, and who and what do you want to become in the near future, this afternoon, tomorrow, or in the immediate future, okay? Or in the medium future, not long range, but more immediate type stuff. So those are our 3 categories for today. I hope you like them. Go ahead and get started with your writing as I will share mine with you all, and I hope that you will write a reflection at the end of today's show in that same notebook of something that may have stuck out for you in today's RTHD Road to Happy Destiny. Gratitude. What am I grateful for today? For 2 nights in a row, my children, my daughter Olivia, who's 22, my son Owen, who's 19, came over for dinner. I had the opportunity to cook dinner for them both nights, not order out, cook dinner for them. They enjoyed both meals. I enjoyed making both meals. I thought they came out really good. They had a blast both nights playing with my little kitten, with my little Precious. They had a blast. My kitten becomes more and more outgoing each and every day, and is really just a joy to be around, has been a joy for me, my roommates, and as well my children. And so it was just so fun to be able to do that the last couple of nights. I'm very grateful for it. I'm very appreciative for it. I've had the opportunity to, during these times, during the coronavirus, COVID-19 pandemic, to do some house cleaning. And I had a number of items that I was going to be donating that I wanted them to look through and see if they wanted any of those things. And my son took a couple of pairs of shorts and some t-shirts. My daughter took some t-shirts to sleep in. So I was very happy that they'll get some use out of that. So that's my gratitude for today. The middle column, choices. You know, I saw somebody posted on the FB today, on Facebook today, about the slow opening back to society that we're going to experience in the next few days and few weeks. And the person said, you know, I have not been wearing a mask, but out of respect for other people, I'm going to wear a mask. You know, I don't particularly feel like I need to do it, but I am for the sake of other people and for not only their health, but also for their mental health, right? Seeing other people wearing masks. So I have not been in the habit of wearing a mask during this time, but when I go into these situations where it's strongly encouraged to wear masks, that's a choice I can make, right? And I'm going to make that choice because of exactly what somebody put on Facebook this morning that I happened to read. That, you know, might not be their style to do that, but they're going to do it for the sake of society. And it's a small little thing that we can do. And I really like that. It really struck a chord with me. So that's my choice as we enter into this new phase. And our third column, who am I and what do I want to become in the immediate future? You know, I am on this road right now, and this has been very beneficial over the last few months to try and start to take steps towards becoming who and what I want to be. And right now, the occupation is hanging in the balance, right? So I'm not exactly sure, but I know I've thoroughly enjoyed doing all of these episodes. This is episode number 44 in total of Road to Happy Destiny, RTHD. And look, if I want to make something of it, I need to start doing more, right? I need to start doing more if I want to make something of this as a career path. So those are, I like where I'm going, is where and who I am, and I like where I'm headed, okay? Because I could have stopped doing these shows at any point during this time, and I have not. And you know what? Frankly, I look forward to it. And people have commented, oh, they're going a little bit longer than 10, 12 minutes that you said you were going to do. But hopefully the time is flying by because I'm giving good information for me and for you. So, all right. So make sure you get your into action going today. And I'm going to go into the next segment of my advice for me. Okay? Or not necessarily my advice, but advice for me. And if it works for you, hey, that is terrific. Absolutely fantastic. All right. I read this today on the FB as well. Yesterday. Stop thinking so much. It's okay not to have all of the answers. They will come when I least expect it, or when you least expect it. And that kind of goes hand in hand with column number 3 of Into Action today, right? I got to stop thinking about, what is going to happen? What is going to happen? What am I going to do as my career, as my job? Where am I going to be? I just got to keep pushing forward, working on me, becoming the best version of me. Stop thinking about it so much. Putting some things into action, like I said, if I want to make something, if I want to make a go of this show. Not trying to be a poet there, all right? And, I really like that advice because it helps me, and hopefully you got some benefit out of it as well. All right, now, something from my Aunt Joy, my cousin Joy, I like to call her, a.k.a. Pie, in her reflection on thoughts for today that I shared with you. I want to share with you all this little bit. Humility, one way to kind of look at humility is as we get older, as I get older, my body doesn't allow me to do things that I once was able to do. Back in the past, I used to jog all the time when I wanted to lose weight. I can't do that anymore. It's too hard on my knees. I can walk, though, and I have been doing that to keep my weight in check. First to lose weight and then to keep my weight in check. So the humility of understanding that, bottom line, I can't do what I used to do. But here's the key. Here is the key to the kingdom, if you will. My spirit can't be damaged, right? And just because I am getting older and my physical limitations are there, are present, and I can't do exactly what I used to be able to do, I can still continue to grow my spirit. I can still can do the things that are representative of me, like be enthusiastic, by being energetic, right? I just need to recognize the deficiencies that I may have, especially the physical deficiencies that I may have, and learn how to take what I still possess and can grow and continue to make those things better and stronger. And so Joy, thank you for that this morning. I really like that a lot. Let's go into a final thought for today from Dr. Brene Brown, sent by my cousin Jeb. You can choose courage or you can choose comfort, but you can't choose both. Think about that. I've been guilty in the past of doing things that are at my comfort level and not necessarily pushing myself to having the courage to do things outside of my comfort level. So I really like that final thought for today as I continue to stop thinking about and start putting into action where I want my career to go. And I'm not calling this a career right now. That's not what I'm saying. But I do love this show, RTHD, and boy, I really got to go. So I apologize for the lengthy show. Hopefully you got something out of it today. Be joyful in hope. Be patient in affliction. Be faithful in prayer. Go out, be happy, be joyous, be free. Be in gratitude, be into action. Let's say the short version today of the Serenity Prayer. I'll do the we version. God grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Enjoy this beautiful out there. Love you all so much. Peace and thank you.